45 at a fairly unusual time at midday on a Friday. Like, there is a good reason for that, though, isn't it, Davis? Like,
Yeah, you're skiving.
Shh. Yeah, no. Less said about that, the better. But no, we've got an Airbnb in Wales this weekend, and so yeah, we'll be watching all the footy.
Yeah,
Arsenal Leicester tomorrow, huge
huge.
game. How are you feeling about
I've seen that Vardy's not. I don't know if it's changed today, but he was. I know you said earlier in the week that he might be injured, but he hasn't got yellow next to him or anything.
that? No, I haven't seen any news. I had a little look before this actually. Obviously, he does have a very, very good record against Arsenal. I think he scored more against Arsenal than any other
Yeah,
team in the Prem. But it's one of those though, like, I've been stung 3 times by strikers not appearing when there was no yellow flag, and all we know is that he was injured in the warm up and wasn't quite feeling like right. But
yeah,
I suspect he'll play. I'll suspect he'll
yeah.
play.
Same for White. For us, he came off in midweek, but it's just he wasn't feeling great. So hopefully he'll be back as well.
Yeah, Ben White. Yeah, that's a big shot. Have you still got him? Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got him. I've benched him this week, but yeah, I'm sticking with him for now, just because, as we'll see in a minute, spending a lot of money on transfers last week didn't do me any good.
I mean, it didn't work out too badly in the end. I mean, let's get into it because
Yeah,
I've never in my life had 97 points and been so annoyed. Like, um, it just, yeah, like it obviously it was all right, but again, I was absolutely flying on the Saturday, and it was looking all good, and then come the end of the games on Sunday, it's not looking so prime. Like, so, but I think it was 3 points aside the screen. So yeah, I got 3 points in this.
are you
Fortunately,
sharing or am I?
you are, yeah. So sorry,
Can you
let me
see that
just
all right?
remove it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, obviously the 12-point hit that you took helped. Although I took a -4 as well,
Yeah.
so I would, yeah. I mean, it didn't make
You would
the,
have still won.
yeah. So at least I got the 3 points. That was big because I kind of needed I needed that to keep me in the race. Really, I
Yeah,
think
because
like
we're 6-3 now
six
as
and
well,
three.
and look a lot closer on the. You made the 500 mark. It doesn't seem so bad all of a sudden, does it?
Not quite so bad, not, but yeah, not as good as it could and maybe should have been. But yeah, we can get into that. Let's have a gander at the pod league because I think I've gone down in that. I think I've actually gone
Oh, did
down,
it?
which is mental. Like, um, yeah,
Yeah,
just
you've
scroll
gone
down.
down.
I've gone down. Neil's overtaken me. Like, what is going on? Because yeah, see, so 97 point. I mean, in the end, it's ended up being a bit of an average score.
Yeah, true. Actually, yeah, anything over 100 is looking like a good score, and yeah, 90s is 80, 90s is average.
I mean, I still caught up on the kind of that top five. Frankham and Purnell dropping down.
Yeah,
Paj has had a good week.
yeah.
And Dom is just flying at the moment. Where is he in the overall standings? Avagander.
Is that right? 100
Yeah,
points? I thought
100.
it'd be within that.
I know.
Still
Yeah,
bloody good going. Like
yeah, that is
top,
good going.
top.
I think he's
Yeah,
one of the highest up I've seen. I don't know if he's tuning in. He might be, but yeah, fair play. Sort of starting to open up a bit of a gap, so need to be wary of that. How did Spooner?
the big question.
So
62.
Matt obviously did well. Spooner 62. So yeah, he made the same mistake as me. Look at the old captain in Vardy, which was proved to be a grave error.
Yeah, a lot of people put him in, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of people put him in. Not so many captained him necessarily.
Captain,
Spooner said, "I hate it here." Sorry, mate. I was sorry. I apologize. I didn't know. I hadn't actually seen how you done yet. But yeah, if you just go back, so the out of the people at Centuries, Matt, Paj, and Dom. Matt was a bit aggrieved that we didn't look at his team properly last week. So let's have a quick gander. Cresswell, man. Salah captain, 48 points. It's mental, isn't it?
Did you have Cresswell? Have you still got him?
He's on my bench,
Yeah,
which
he
was
is.
a bad shout, but at the same time, I couldn't really do anything about it. I just got I had a strong lineup, and the thing is that I don't think I ever play 4 defenders, and I think that
No.
sometimes I should actually maybe not worry about that so much and just do it.
Yeah.
Because especially because my defense is pretty strong. So yeah, but then obviously Rafinha getting injured as well was costly. So Rafinha and Vardy both coming off for a 1.
Why has nobody come on for Alonso for him?
Did Alonso come on but get a booking or something?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Oh, it's because he hasn't got any other defenders who played, I guess.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
shout.
yeah.
Yes, that's stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Good job.
defenders.
Somebody knows the rules.
All right, let's get into our teams then. Yeah, let's start with you, seeing as you took the 12-point hit.
Yeah.
Just talk us through it.
Yeah. Well, as you alluded to, it was a bit. I've gone back to my old ways a little bit there, and maybe got a bit ahead of myself with my lead, and thought I could just sort of really try and take the piss and put Havertz captain and get a big lead. But yeah, that was first of all, we had the Friday kickoff, which was Arsenal, and I stupidly took out Smith Rowe, who got he scored, didn't he, and assisted.
Yeah, he had a good game. That's the second time in a few weeks that he's done well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think I took him out because I wanted to get Havertz in, so like double jeopardy, like terms of like a bad move there.
Yeah.
So that was a bad start to the week. Plus, you had Smith Rowe, and had made less points transfers than me, so that was not a good start. Then midday Saturday, I was like, right, come on, Chelsea top, Norwich bottom, 7-0, and not one goal or one assist for Havertz, and he came off after 65 minutes. Shocking.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, really. Like I obviously Mount ended up being the one, but there was no indication that was going to happen. Really, like Mount hadn't really. I think he'd been injured for a little bit, and he sort of because I had looked at him, not seriously about putting him in, but when I did look, he hadn't really played much, and yeah, there was nothing to say put Mount in.
No.
And obviously Havertz is basically playing up front, so it was a good shout, and a lot of other people did it, but. Yeah, 7 goals and no assist. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he even like was unlucky. He just played absolutely shite. So
Yeah, I didn't actually watch it. Obviously, I saw a match a day. I didn't actually watch it.
I did bring in Reece James, so that did help. Clean sheet and a goal, was it?
Yeah. So Reece James and Livramento both doing bits. Obviously, there's the Raya injury now. Well, you have Ramsdale anyway, so not too bad.
I mean, it's not an ideal fixture against you boys because your games seem to have involved quite a few goals recently.
Yeah, well, we can't rely on our defense, so we need to score to have a chance of winning, basically.
I mean, I haven't transferred him out yet just because I haven't had time to, and I think I'm not in a rush. Like I said, I can use Ramsdale this week, so I'll probably do it next week or when we bump into like a fixture that I really don't want to use him in. Although he probably will go down, so yeah, I probably will make that change next week. But yeah, Livramento, like you said, I think he didn't even get a clean sheet, did he? He just scored, which was a bonus.
Yeah, and maybe some bonus or whatever. But he's been he has been really good. He must have risen in price. Like after the first few games, my team value was worrying me because I'd had quite a few drops, but I put him in really early. There's a few others where it started picking up again now.
Yeah, I thought I think I bought him in at 4.2. He's at 4.4 now, so yeah, that's not a bad little move.
Yeah, I think I brought him in at 4, so happy days.
You got the 4, yeah, big.
How much had Raya got selected by the time he's got injured? What was his what's his?
Oh, it's 9.5 now, but I reckon he must have been like 20s.
Yeah, it must have been
on his way. He's 4.6, but it'll be dropping probably tonight or tomorrow. I imagine when people work out that he's.
Yeah, injured for so long as well. Unfortunately, we both had the same kind of idea that it might be a good time to. Obviously, it's one thing that I always try and look at is when a keeper gets injured, can you get the reserve keeper in for a cheaper price? But in Brentford's case, their reserve keeper is the same price as Raya, or it was at 4.5. So there's no real benefit there.
No.
I also have no idea what he's like, so he might be shocking.
No, I know he played in League Cup midweek, and I think he conceded one. But yeah, I don't know. I have to keep an eye on him because they have got good fixtures. So if he is a decent enough keeper, then he could be an option at 4.5. They've got another goalie that's 4 mil as well, but
but he's injured as well. I think. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Who was it? Who I put when I put that Italian guy who plays for Tottenham, their keeper, that reserve keeper.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember his name now. The tall guy.
Yeah, nor can I, but I put him in because Lloris got
Gazzaniga.
injured. Yeah. I put him in because Lloris got injured for a bit. I can't remember if it was last season or the season before, and he was shocking. He was absolutely shocking. So, yeah, you do have to be careful with that as well.
Yeah, there's a reason that these goalies are like second and third choice. It's because they're shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There you
City
go.
was an annoying one because
Dom's at the wheel. Dom, we actually, I don't know if you were in live, if you were watching, but we did have a good little look at your team at the start of the pod. So maybe have a little rewind at the end if you didn't see that. But yeah, fair play, mate. Smashing it. So you might have to make a guest appearance the way at this rate, the way it's going.
Yeah, if we're doing it this time of day as well, it's a bit more sociable for him.
Yeah, it's odds friendly. Yeah. I mean, what he should have been, tuning in the middle of the night anyway, but we'll let him off. Yeah, so obviously both of us have Foden and Salah, and either of those would have been the ideal captain choice. I mean, obviously Salah was the one, but yeah, that's where we both fell down really.
Yeah, and with City as well, it's not too bad because most people have got a City defender anyway. But obviously they conceded when they shouldn't have really against Brighton. But yeah, Foden done. What did he get? 2 goals was it?
Yeah, 2 goals. Obviously, the second one was a joke. Like,
oh yeah, just flicked off of Jesus' head and like hit his ass or something, didn't they?
Yeah, like flicked off his leg and went in. But yeah, when I saw it, because I didn't realize it first, and when I saw the replay, I was like, yeah, boy, loving it. But I mean, his team selected by as well was lower than I thought, but I bet that's going to shot right up now.
Yeah, he's gone up to at least 8.1, 8.2 now. So yeah, he's on the rise.
Yeah, 11.5. I think he was about half that last week. So
he's the obvious City shout, isn't he, for like an attacking player?
Yeah, everyone who's got Grealish is going to have moved over to Foden by now. Surely he's cheaper. So yeah.
Obviously, United continue to struggle.
Yeah, what are you thinking about Greenwood? Because you've had him since the start, haven't you?
Yeah, but every time Sancho plays, he doesn't do anything. I think the one actual the only player that's actually been decent for them recently is Greenwood. I know he squanders a few chances or makes a few wrong decisions, but I think most United fans would say that he's like the shining light at the end of the tunnel for them at the moment. So I'm going to stick with him for now.
Yeah, he does. He loves a long range shot. It's come out in it that there was rumors that Ronaldo's annoyed with him because he doesn't pass, and yes, I mean it is an absolute shambles up at Old Trafford at the moment. And it's a joy to see. Let's be fair, but
lovely stuff this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, what a result that it was. Yeah, it was unbelievable. But yeah, so United, I don't know. I mean, everyone got Shaw out in time, I think. Unfortunately. But yeah, last few Hwang continues to do all right.
He's got a few good hauls. He's up to 5.7.
I still feel like he's one of those though, just like really like.
But it's him. I mean, yeah, didn't Watford had a bit of a turnaround last week, didn't they? And Dennis, they scored 5, didn't they? And Dennis is back on the scene, so it's basically your choice in that bracket is Hwang or Dennis,
or King at this point.
King, yeah, sorry, yeah.
But King, I think he's always sort of had sort of bursts of form. Like he seems to score the odd hat trick, and then he doesn't score for months. So
yeah, basically, if you had him in last week, fair play, but probably no point putting him in now because that's him done for a few months.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see with Ranieri if that continues because I think they've got all right fixtures. Watford.
Yeah, and they I think they're one of them as well. They do actually have a decent attacking team. It's just maybe not defensively. They're a bit suspect. But yeah, and
Antonio continues his pretty good goal scoring form, so he's staying in for now. And Tony had a goal ruled out for offside, I think.
He scored midweek as well, didn't he? I think he played really well.
I'll stick with him for now. Like again, his fixtures. We've already seen them. Yeah, the fixtures are fine. So at the bench, I need to get rid of Alonso because Chilwell's just cemented that place now. But again, I just need to wait another week to get him out. Gray.
You were quite well, not lucky, but I bet you were quite thankful that Arsenal conceded towards the end.
Yeah, otherwise that would have been horrendous. Leaving out Smith Rowe, Ramsdale, and White, I would have been absolutely fuming.
Yeah, that kind of that was big, I think, for your week, and even though the -12 was always risky, but in the end, it wasn't a disaster.
All round team did all right, luckily, which made up for choosing the wrong captain, basically. So let's have a look at yours.
Yeah, let's have a glance at mine. I mean, this is the what did I title this pod?
I didn't see it.
I've already forgotten, but like, oh yeah, no, what could have been? What could have been? I
Oh,
think I think that goes for both of us to an extent, but I think
we
for
said,
me,
yeah,
like,
we said in it last week, like, well, as the game week was going on, like, what could have been has got to be this.
yeah, it was either that or I was going to put close but no cigar. But like, it's just like, I yeah, I mean, I've touched on it in previous weeks, but obviously this whole like starting really well on the Saturday. Look, like Saturday evening, I'm sat there, I'm engaged. I'm looking at the leagues. I'm feeling good. Like I was like, and I was really like, this is the start of the comeback. And then Sunday it just all falls apart, man. Like, and in this case, I mean, it's actually, I did have a good week, but and it's a big but. Obviously, Vardy captain. What was I thinking, man? Do you know what I think? Because it was a Friday evening game, and I hadn't. I made the decision quite late on Friday, and I didn't. I didn't give it as much thought as I
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
should have
didn't have
done.
time to sleep on it.
No, exactly. And like in reflection, it was a bad choice, but at the same time, 1 point, coming off at halftime injured was unfortunate. Dom saying Billy your bench. I mean, this is like I haven't even touched this. So the captain choice was a big one because obviously, yes, if I had gone with Salah, you're looking at another 23 points.
Yeah, he would have
Um,
been like up
I would
there
be
in the like
flying,
20s.
flying. Just that alone, just the Salah captain. Then the bench. I mean, like I said, in my defense, my starting lineup, but my squad is strong, and so my starting lineup was logical. Rafinha came obviously injured, come off at half time, was unfortunate, and like I say, it's not
You
playing
love that
for the
word, don't you? Unfortunate.
yeah. Wow, there's been a lot of it. I mean, I know that like you live and die by your decisions, right? At the end of the day. So unfortunate is one way to look at it. You could also look at it as just bad management.
It's like, I mean, they were playing Norwich, weren't they? Leeds. So you'd be
No,
they're not
no,
Norwich.
because
They got them
but
this week.
someone crap though.
They got Norwich this week.
But obviously they haven't been playing that well anyway. But I thought Rafinha obviously he scored for 2 for Brazil, and he's on form. Oh yeah, Spooner saying gave it enough thought to get you to do the same. Did I actually? I didn't advocate for it. I don't think not to a
What's that?
large extent. Vardy captain because Spooner did the same thing. The thing is with Vardy is like obviously he was joint top scorer before Salah's hat trick, but he only ever really scores like one a game. He doesn't often get braces or hat tricks or anything. So
Yeah.
um, so yeah, like it's not yeah, that wasn't ideal. And then the bench, yeah, Cresswell, like I think that Cresswell needs to start I need to start playing him pretty much week in, week out because he
Yeah.
does get a lot of assists. So whether or not they concede isn't necessarily important.
But they've started shoring things up at the back, I think, recently as well, because they went for a stage like a few game weeks ago where they were conceding a lot. So now I might think about putting him back in for Alonso as well, because well, no,
Yeah,
his fixtures aren't
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Um yeah, true. The fixtures aren't great. But see, if he does get an assist and then if they do keep a clean sheet, then he's gonna be on for bonus as well.
Mm.
And yeah, so I think that if there was one mistake that I made, it's probably because I did think about Jimenez and whether he had not started the last game, and that was the one who I would have dropped.
Yeah.
But then yeah, it's the whole four at the back thing. I'm gonna have to just start doing it, I think. And then Jota, like he's been
Yeah, I don't know if for weeks, is he?
he hasn't done anything for weeks. He's been in and out of the team. Firmino scored a
Yeah.
hat trick the other week. So, but then him and Firmino both played, which is quite unusual. And they dropped Mane. It's just like,
There's going to be a
for
time soon when Salah gets a rest, and that's like going to be a huge week if you. I mean, I don't know. They will they? They never seem to, but he has played literally every minute.
the form that he's on, I think it's going to be. I don't know. I can't see him dropping Salah anytime soon. But even to drop Mane for a big game against
Yeah,
United, I wasn't expecting it.
yeah, because Mane's on a bit of form as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, and so sure enough, yeah, Jota. So let me just a bit of quick maths here. So if I gone Cresswell instead of Walker, that's 11
Yeah.
points. Jota instead of Rafinha, that's 10. And then Salah captain, 23. So 33, 44 points on
What added
top of
on?
what I. Yeah.
You would have been like in the top like yeah, for the week.
And they
I
got
think
141 points.
top was like 157.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it hurts, man. This, do you know, this it almost hurts. Like this week of 97 points almost hurts more than any of the other weeks I've had, which is a joke. It's like,
And I think Greg as well thought that he had a blinding week, and then like saw everyone else's teams and was like, "Fuck's sake, I give up."
well, Salah. The thing is, if you had Salah captain, then it doesn't. You didn't even have to rely on the rest of your team. Like, I think the positive sign to me is that like my squad is good, my team is in a good place. Like, but it's just a missed opportunity. That's all.
Yeah.
A big missed opportunity. Right then, looking ahead, next week, what transfers have you made?
One. So, I've already done it. Yeah, I forgot. Alonso came straight out and Alexander Arnold in. Yeah, pretty obvious.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, what's the likelihood that Alonso is going to be back in the team now?
Like 99%. He'll be starting left wing and score a hat trick. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this team for this week because defense is pretty solid. One of each of the big boys. They've all got quite nice fixtures. Ramsdale's not ideal away to Leicester, but it'll do. Same sort of, again, three of the big boys for midfield and Greeny, and then the Holy Trinity up front. Yeah,
the Holy Trinity.
You got a captain Salah, is it, at home to Brighton?
It's got to be, hasn't it? It absolutely has to be. But he's going to be captained by a ridiculous percentage of players. It's going to be like 80%. So obviously there is the slight temptation there to try and go for someone else. But
imagine if you went for one more week of stubbornness last week with not putting Salah in.
I could have put him. I mean, I didn't actually because it's considered. But I've been meaning to get Jota out for ages. I could have put Mount in for Jota, which actually we'll come to now. But yeah, exactly. That's Sod's law as well. The one I put him in, he didn't do anything. Paj says, "Afternoon, guys."
Yes, Paj.
Yes, Paj. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you had a good week. We checked out the Foxton Fantasy League earlier, and
yeah, in the 100 club, wasn't he?
In the 100 club. How am I not in the 100 club? I mean, honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh god. But yeah, Foden captain could, it could work.
Yeah, but you've been down that road before, haven't you?
I haven't. It would be ridiculous to put Salah in and not be captaining him in games like Brighton at home. It would be.
I'll revert into sensible this week because I was an angry man last weekend. I didn't want to be an angry man when I'm on holiday this weekend.
So no -4 or anything. Nah. Nah. Same here. I think. But yeah. No, it's looking good. And Trent is a big shout now. I think. I have considered it. I don't know. I can't remember.
Do you want to share your screen? Do your team?
Yeah, let's have a gander. Yeah, I've got it up now. Let me just make it so we can actually see the whole team. There we go. Yeah, so my only change was Jota out for Mason Mount. And I did it literally as soon as they played. So I imagine I've got a price rise out of that already, surely.
Yeah, I think I saw you 7.5. Yeah, you must have 7.4, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll take that. That sort of had to be done after that hat trick before. And like I said, I've been meaning to get Jota out for ages. Think that was a slight price saving. I'm not sure how much I've got in the bank.
3 mil or something in the bank. I can't spend. It seems like the top players aren't really doing it at the moment, so I've got a fair wad left over.
Yeah, I've only got 0.3, so Trent isn't really an option. I was considering it, but I can't remember how exactly I was going to go about it. But my bench, yeah. So Cresswell's come in after that performance. Rafinha's on a yellow. I don't know.
You're not tempted to start him if you were going to start him. I'm guessing you swap him for Smith Rowe, would you?
Well, just because they're playing Norwich.
Yeah.
75% chance. Yeah. Him v Smith Rowe. That's yeah. I think that that might be worth risking because if he's fit, he's going to play surely. Um, yeah. Dom saying the only reason I'm ahead is because Salah has had the arm, and for me, every game so far. So that we were saying that, weren't we? Like basically, if you just captain Salah every single week,
We
then
said it last week, and then none of us captained.
it was the United away factor. But in hindsight, that was stupid because Leicester's
I know.
put 4 past them. They are shocking.
But yeah, they are. But usually when it comes to those sort of theories, I'm like, the obvious never happens. You think, oh yeah, United aren't on form, Liverpool are going to smash them. But then
Yeah.
United come out and put like everyone behind the ball. But obviously they've got Solskjaer as manager, so that
Yeah.
never going to happen.
I do have Sanchez away at Liverpool in goal, which isn't ideal, but but I've only got 0.3 in the bank, so I don't think there's a keeper I could put in that starts ahead of Steele. So
I think Foster's been starting recently.
yeah, and who do you say they're playing?
I think they've got all right fixtures. I might be wrong, but I want to say
yeah, Foster's still 4 mil, and I think you are right. And obviously Ranieri's come in, so if he's been playing with Ranieri,
at home pretty good. But
Saints at home, then they've got. So is it worth taking a -4 to put him in for essentially one game? Not really, because
Sanchez got you 4 points last week, and he conceded 4, so you might.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, no, if he had better fixtures after that game, I'd consider it. But
Brighton have actually got quite a good record against Liverpool, which is a bit concerning for the Salah thing. But yeah, you've got to do
I mean, like I said, I think they are a good team, like defensively, especially defensively. And I said that I didn't think they would get smashed by Man City, and it was a bit one-sided as you'd expect, but it wasn't.
they failed a first team against you boys in midweek.
No, they played. No, most of their main players were they came on with like half an hour to go, but they didn't start.
He came on, didn't he?
Yeah, which is huge. He is quality. Like he came on and he was bossing the game. So yeah. But yeah, that's it really. So obviously we'll be watching the Leicester Arsenal game. Well, we'll be watching all the weekend. Yeah, maybe a quick look at the fixtures.
Yeah.
So yeah, Leicester Arsenal game. I think, like you said, I think it could be high scoring. Both teams going into it off the back of a bit of a good run of form, so it'll be interesting. But I heard that that Arteta in the past has struggled against 3 at the back.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Examples, but yeah.
I can't remember who was saying it, but yeah, I think that there was some that historically 3 at the back's been a bit difficult, and obviously we've kind of reverted to that recently and been doing quite well. So
we obviously last game we played Aubameyang and Lacazette up front, which obviously we don't usually play 2 up top. So if you are playing 3 at the back, then we might stick with that 2 up top, which could make it quite attacking game.
Yeah, four actual strikers on the pitch, which is highly unusual for a Premier League game these days. Burnley Brentford, yeah, I expect that to be pretty low scoring. But yeah, I mean that could go either way. That really could go either way. There's still the whole like Mbeumo. He looked dangerous against Leicester as well in the first half.
He went off, didn't he? Or did he get? Did he go off?
I did. They subbed him. Yeah, they subbed him in the second half. I think he had faded quite a bit. I don't think he was injured. Liverpool and City both potential for big wins.
And Chelsea, to be fair.
Yeah, and Chelsea.
Although, yeah, they're attacking. I know they scored 7 last week, but Norwich were fucking dire.
Yeah, Newcastle though.
Like, Sarr could be interesting, or Dennis, like any of the attacking players.
How much is King's there? 5.6. King is. Dennis has got a red flag.
Oh, Dennis is red.
Yeah, suspended until the 7th of November. He must have had. He must. Is it bookings?
Yeah, it must be.
Oh, they picked up 5 bookings already. Yeah, 5 bookings.
That's pretty impressive.
That is mad. What the fuck? Yeah. So I mean, King is tempting, but
Saar, I could easily get him in for Gray, but do I take a -4? No, they've got 2 hard fixtures after this, you said, didn't they? So, nah, I won't bother.
Yeah. See, if I went King, for Jimenez, I could then, I think, afford Trent, but could I? Yeah, just. But I'd have no man. Obviously, I'm not going to do this week. So I've already done one transfer. So I'd maximum think about doing one more. But I quite fancy having a week without a -4 because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Who were Wolves playing? Everton at home. Everton have been in pretty shit recently.
They have, yeah.
I think it's time for Jimenez to be the one scoring the goals. Like, do you know what I mean? I haven't actually watched him play. Is it like Hwang is on the shoulder of the last man and Jimenez is dropping deeper?
Yeah. It's like the Kane and Son, basically.
Yeah, it's not ideal from Jimenez perspective. King, if I don't put him in now and he ends up scoring a couple, I'm going to be fuming. I'll think about it. I'll think about it on the car journey to Wales. The Sunday fixtures aren't the best this week. Norwich, Leeds, Villa, West Ham.
Oh no, they're gash.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame.
I mean, Villa West Ham could be a good game, but it's not. It doesn't really, it's not big in that sense. And Norwich, Leeds, yeah, Bamford's still out, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, I don't think I think he's out for the foreseeable. Yeah, so
Norwich are due. They're due a win. To be fair, like
yeah,
they still haven't won a game, have they? It's like that's huge for them because Leeds have been pretty poor recently.
Yeah, they did look alright against us in midweek on the counters, but they just they countered well, but then they just chose the wrong pass in the final third every time. So
yeah,
but yeah, Rafinha didn't play, so yeah, maybe with him back they could do some damage.
Yeah, I think I am gonna have to probably start him. Yeah, but yeah, all eyes on Leicester Arsenal then in 24 hours. And then that's big to start the week because obviously, I got Vards. You're going to be starting Ramsdale, I assume. So there's some swing in there.
Yeah.
Spooner saying just added 20 points worth of transfers. I might be on negative points.
I've done that before. I nearly finished a Saturday on minus because I did -20. I got 22, I think.
Really? Yeah, I mean, for me, -8 is the absolute maximum, and even then, it would have to be a very good reason to do it.
Probably just touch on chips quickly because we haven't really, other than the wild card, neither of us have used any chips, have we?
No, that's true.
Are you just saving up for double game week, or are you waiting for a favourable fixture?
Generally, I wait for the double game weeks. Don't you reckon? It's at the end of the day, if you've got Salah triple captain playing twice,
yeah,
well, that's
it doesn't even matter who he's playing against, does it? Statistically, he's more likely to get you put. So even if it's a double game week against City and Chelsea, it's still better than. Yeah.
I would, although, obviously, everyone said that if you did it last week, then happy days, you'd be very happy with that. But
it's not actually that great a chip, really, is it? It's just if you've most people have captained Salah anyway, so you've gained an extra captain's worth, which is nice. But unless you do get a hat trick, it doesn't make a huge difference.
No, generally in the past when I played it hasn't gone that well. I don't remember it ever going really well.
Once I tripled captained Van Aanholt when he was at Sunderland. He had a double game week. He got 2 clean sheets, 2 goals, and an assist. He got 90 points.
I think I remember that actually. I think I remember.
Bottom of the league to respectable mid-table.
I think last year I did De Bruyne for a double, and he did all right. I think maybe he was benched in one of the games, but came on and scored or something. I can't remember.
I did someone, and they got injured in the first 10 minutes. I think it might have been Firmino. That's why I would have done him, but that's. Yeah.
There was a bit more disruption last year with COVID and everything, but there still will be doubles to play. And then the free hit, I think the one for that is later, like when it's the FA Cup, like
Yeah.
semis, because it's probably going to be 4 of the biggest teams in that.
Yeah.
So then you're going to be missing a lot of players. So that's the first time.
Yeah. I need to do that this year because usually I do it like the week before like a wild card. Like I
Yeah,
use them, like all in the same sort of time, like free hit, bench boost, and triple captain. If there's like 2 double game weeks in a row, so yeah, I might spread them out a bit more.
yeah. Yeah, Dom saying that's the first time in 4 years that triple captain's worked for it. Salah got a goal and an assist and 3 bonus, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you can, like you want minimum 2 like goal contributions for your triple,
Yeah,
ideally.
definitely, yeah.
But yeah, the free hit, I think, I think that's the one. Like later on when there's, like I say, the FA Cup quarters or semis, and then bench boost. I mean, fucking hell, it would have been a great week to do a bench boost for me last week. It really would have.
Yeah, sometimes it's right to use it if you've got a whole team that aren't playing against each other. Like I think Matt did it, but didn't
Yeah,
from that great. But that's the other option basically if you're not doing it on a double.
I mean, because I've got a strong squad, I could literally do it. I could do it at pretty much any time. It would be good to get a reserve keeper in before, so it would be good to get Foster in or someone, so that I've actually got a full squad. But again, last year I do remember I had pretty much everyone on a double game week with a bench boost, maybe bar like 1 or 2 players.
That's the way I think to do it, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just holding out for the doubles. At the end of the day, like that's a lot of people would have been saving their chips for that, but those people that have used them early or whatever, that's going to be a chance to catch up on them. Yeah. But the wild card in January is going to be huge because, like I said, I'm a bit happier with my team now, but that's going to be crucial in terms of like trying to peg people back.
Yeah.
And last year that was what really like pulled me away, was putting Gundogan in, and I did my wild card really early, and like that was kind of key. So that's going to be my my chance for salvation, I think.
Sweet.
80 point, what's the gap, like 80 points or whatever, 80 odd points. Come on, man, I'm coming. I'm coming. The turnaround started last week, sort of. All right, we'll end it there, man. We'll end it there. But we like not missed a week yet. Like by hook or by crook, we're getting it out somehow. Let's see if we can keep it on.
Share it on with some other people, because our views are dropping dramatically. We need some help.
It's a good point. Like, obviously, appreciate the regulars. That's who we do it for, really. But like, because I know I had a little look earlier. I don't really care, but I had a look earlier, and it was like 100 views on our first one of the season, I think, like over 100 views, and now most recently it's been about 15. So yeah, Don said bullies are like Ollie. I mean, I don't know what to say to that, really. I don't know what to say. I haven't really trusted my own process, to be fair. But last week there was a change of mentality of going with the head and not going with the heart and not the head. It didn't work out with Captain Vardy. It didn't work out with fucking Captain Vardy, but still, Pure says it's because you're doing better. Well, you'll have to, I don't know if you've watched this whole thing, Pernell, but you're gonna have to rewind because you'll see that doing better, yeah, but still not. I'm still not happy. But yeah, let's see if we can keep this going for the rest of the season. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Dom, I'm looking at you. And yeah, like get some other people involved, boys. Like also the fantasy and the Foxen Fantasy League link is in the description if you want to join the league. And we'll catch you next week. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.